the sound.
LA leakers.
Before you came, and thank you for the pop-up, spur of the moment connection here. This is fun. This is what it's about, man.
Right.
But I put out on Twitter, about to interview Pusha T. Anything you want us to ask him, hit us. And a lot of the questions we've touched on already. One that I thought was really good, though, that came from someone right here from LA, was wanted to know some of your favorite drug movies. Some of Pusha T's favorite drug movies.
I'm gonna say Blow.
Yeah.
Blow is probably my favorite drug movie.
Okay.
Cause Blow to me reminds me a lot of how I rap. You can't just get the gratuitous, you can't just get the side of the dope culture. Just like, oh man, it's Benzes and chains, Benzes and chains and women, and that's it. Like, Blow showed a conscious side with his love for his daughter, and the letdown of that, and the letdown of him betrayal, and trusting and really moving towards getting out the game. But when you're in anything, it's always easy to dabble back in it and be like, all right, well, I'm gonna do it this one last time. And it showed you that that one last time always, it's never always really a good joint.
Yeah.
I got a record on the album, man, that Pharrell produced, and it's the acronym S.N.I.T.C.H, and the record is the acronym stands for Sorry Nigga, I'm Trying to Come Home. And the record is probably one of it's probably my favorite record on the album, and it's strong because it came from a real conversation. I got a phone call one day from a good friend of mine. I mean, somebody I've known for years. Like, he's in jail, and he basically called me to tell me, we're never gonna speak again. We're never gonna speak again, and never talk to him ever again.
Wow.
And he was saying this because he made the decision that he was gonna turn over and tell. And
wow,
I was like, so I'm people don't know that me and Pharrell are like we're childhood friends. So I got off the phone and I called him, and I was like, yo, let me tell you what happened to me. Like, such and such just called me, and he said this to me. Tell me, am I reading this right? Am I tripping? Am I wrong? Am I dumb? Am I crazy? Am I stupid? I'm like, I'm like, help me out.
Right.
And he was like, no. He was like, that's what he's telling you, and he's telling you, don't ever speak to him again, and y'all will never speak again, and just this is why.
That is crazy.
So he was like, that's a song. And then 2 weeks later, he calls me, and he was like, man, I got it. And he was like, the song's called Sorry Nigga, I'm Trying to Come Home. And then he was like, you're not thinking. And I was like, all right, that's cool. I was like, I can write it. He was like, yeah, but it's Snitch. That's the acronym for Snitch. And I was like, man, you great. I was like, you are great. I was like, you are like the man, yo.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, yo. So he kills this record, man. And I was saying this. We were talking about Blow, and we were talking about my favorite drug movies.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear any more rap albums or any more rappers talking about the culture, the life, without talking about the reality of it. Because I feel like, man, I just gave something so real that, like, I can't just listen to like 36 O's in the break. It's like, without giving me, come on, you gotta give me the other side. You gotta give me the other side. You got to, man. And it's like, I feel like that's the win. That's what people gonna dial into. Like that's what's real to me. So it's like, when I tell people, man, this shit is real, like it's so real, man. I take losses. I lose friends. I lose everything. You know what I'm saying? A lot. I lose, morals and the principles that I think, you know, people have, and so on and so forth. And, you know, people need to sort of understand, like, you know, I get a phone call like that, like, I'm not mad at him. I mean, you know, he called me, and what I'm saying is, I wasn't angry when he called me or anything. I'm thinking I'm about to just talk to somebody, and he's telling me, yo, we never gonna talk again, Jack. So I'm just letting you know. It is what it is, man, and I just can't do it. And we ain't never got to talk again. So even if I ever call you, don't talk. You don't need to talk to me.
That's crazy. That's a fucking bar.
So I'm like, you know, it's sort of crazy, like, but that's the reality of the record, and that's just the reality. Yeah.
My name is my name, man.
Yeah.
Doesn't get any more authentic than this.
LA Leakers.